For this video, I'm heading to Epcot so I can take you on a tour of the International Flower and Garden Festival. Okay, so I have a confession to make. I think that Epcot is my favorite theme park in the world. As someone who was born in Florida, I grew up going to this park as a kid. I was here opening week in 1982 when the parking lot wasn't finished, so we parked our cars on grass. And I remember some of the best attractions of all time here at Epcot, and I still miss Horizons to this very day. So today I came to see the annual festival that they have here. Epcot is kind of the festival park. They have all different types of festivals throughout the year. The Food and Wine Festival is also a really good one. But right now I'm here in spring so I could see the International Flower and Garden Festival. Now, if you really want to come to Epcot when it's at its peak, at least when it comes to the landscaping and when it's most visually stunning, that would be this time of year. The Flower and Garden Festival, they really pump up the park's landscaping to 110%, and they plant a bunch of topiaries and annuals that are really bright in color. A lot of these plants won't grow in the wintertime when it's cooler, so they have to take advantage of the weather, and that's when this park really does shine. One of the neat aspects of this particular festival is they have a bunch of specialty kiosks that serve food. Like there's one stand that prepares food that's made from like fresh honey. There's another one that makes specialized citrus and lemonade drinks. So it's kind of neat how much they work on developing foods that are fresh from the garden, and they definitely tie into the themes. Like these same kiosks will serve wine and different ethnic foods during the Food and Wine Festival, so they do rotate the restaurants based on the special event. Since this was the Garden Festival, they actually constructed several specialty gardens for this event. For example, they had a butterfly garden located near the Land Pavilion. They built an English tea garden near the England Pavilion and World Showcase. They had a garden of plants that were specially modified for specific scents, and that was just north of, I guess, what I would call the Communicore area. They also had a bunch of topiaries and sculptures of famous Disney characters, like they had Peter Pan display, a Winnie the Pooh. They had the characters from The Lion King. They even had Figment over by the Imagination Pavilion. So those were scattered throughout the park. They had another garden that they built to attract hummingbirds, and that was located over near Test Track. Epcot had also created a playground for kids based around the theme of camping. So for a special event, there were quite a few unique activities added to this park in addition to the normal Epcot attractions and rides. I'm not going to lie, I think these festivals are what make this park so special. I know other parks try to do festivals like this. I've been to like the Seven Seas Festival at SeaWorld and the Food and Wine Festival at Busch Gardens, but the unique theme of being almost like a giant World's Fair just makes these special events work better at this particular park. Part of it is the layout. Part of it is when they constructed this park, they have these giant walkways that the other parks don't have. So when they're adding these kiosks and gardens areas, they aren't cramming them into small footprints. This park has a nice large layout. You never feel claustrophobic when they add these obstacles to the pathways. So what's my bottom line for this park? It's amazing. I always did love Epcot. There really isn't any other theme park out there like it. I know a lot of people used to criticize this park as being boring because it was all like educational dark rides. Well, they've since added the Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster, and that's probably one of the best rides that Disney has ever built. So this park is definitely a fun place to go. If you've never been to Epcot before, then I highly recommend coming to this place for the first time during one of these special events, either the Flower and Garden Festival or the Food and Wine Festival, because that's when this park is at its peak, and you'll kind of understand why so many people come here every year. While it's true that the Magic Kingdom, Walt Disney World, whatever you want to call it, is more popular when it comes to attendance, Epcot is still a great park. I mean, sometimes I do kind of waffle between whether I like Magic Kingdom or Epcot more. Magic Kingdom definitely has more thrill rides, that's for sure. So if you really want to ride a lot of roller coasters in a single day, the Magic Kingdom has quite a few, especially with Tron opening and Space Mountain, Thunder Mountain, Seven Dwarfs. There's a lot there. Well, that pretty much sums up all my thoughts about the Flower and Garden Festival in Epcot. So I'm just going to play a little music to wrap up this video.